From Studio B, this is WGAL8 Brainbusters. Now, here's your host, Rich Rosen.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome once again to Studio B and WGAL8 Brainbusters. Did you see the last show with Redland and Elizabethtown? Elizabethtown did very well. They had early momentum and they kept on winning, so they are returning for round 3. I wonder what's going to happen today with our two returning teams, Donegal and Bishop McDevitt. They were remarkable in their first round of play, but only one team will move on. Who will it be? Let's start finding out now, because here comes today's opening round. We have 10-point questions. Welcome back, players. It's great to see familiar faces. Pick up those signaling buttons, and let's use them frequently, beginning now with this 10-point question. Maggot, larva, pupa, adult. This is the life cycle of what animal? Aiden.
Insects.
Nope, sorry, incorrect. Felicity.
A fly.
A fly is the correct answer. Henry Kissinger once called this country a dagger pointed at the heart of Antarctica. It certainly looks like a long, thin dagger with its tip at Cape Horn. What is this, Aiden?
Argentina?
Not Argentina, no. What is this country with its capital at Santiago, Bishop McDevitt? Patrick?
Chile?
Chile is correct. The most valuable ones are called pigeon blood because of their dark red color. What are these gemstones? Ryan?
Emerald?
Not emerald, no, sorry. Any idea, Bishop McDevitt? Anthony?
Rubies?
They are rubies, yes. The Eohippus was about the size of a fox and lived about 50 million years ago. What large animal is descended from the tiny Eohippus?
An elephant?
Not an elephant, no, sorry. Any idea, Bishop McDevitt? Oh, we stumped you on the horse. Eohippus literally means dawn horse. It's a person in a play, movie, or novel. It's the unique quality that makes you the person you are. On Ryan.
Character.
A character on a computer, of course, it's a unique letter, number, or symbol. Good for you for 10 points. He is said to have ridden to the seventh heaven on Al Barak, a horse with his face of a woman and the wings of an eagle. What religious leader is this? We stumped you on Muhammad. In China, it is considered the noblest of the visual arts because it is descended from the highest art, literature. What is this art that uses brush and ink to...
Calligraphy?
Calligraphy uses brush and ink to produce Chinese characters. A lot of people take it for granted, but it's not made of granite. What is this large chunk of quartz, monzonite, and Confederate memorial near Atlanta, Georgia? Oh, it's called Stone Mountain. 60% of 15 is 9. What is 15% of 60? Back to math class, and you're going to notice that it is 9. It is the same. In the most lopsided game in the history of college football, the Cumberland Bulldogs lost 222-0. Ryan.
Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech, and it occurred on Saturday, October 7th, 1916. 69,000 metric tons of this toxic metal are used every year in the United States to make bullets. What metal has reached incredible levels of pollution? Anthony.
Lead.
Lead has indeed. In Shakespeare's play, Antony and Cleopatra, they speak English. But in what language did the Roman general and Egyptian queen actually converse? Aiden.
Latin.
Not Latin, no. All right. Patrick.
Greek.
Greek is the correct answer. According to the Old Testament, Methuselah was 969 years old when he died. Some think that those years were actually months. So if you're right, how old was Methuselah when he died? Felicity.
80.
Nope, sorry. You were right on. It's 80 3/4. 12 divided by 969 is 80 years and 9 months. In 1910, he became the first Englishman to be killed flying an airplane, but he's remembered more for the automobile firm he founded with Henry Royce. Who was this aviation pioneer? Braden.
Rolls.
Rolls. His name is Charles Rolls, a Rolls Royce, yes. Swan's Way is the first novel of a 7-volume series called Remembrance of Things Past. Who wrote them? We stumped you on Marcel Proust. The French call this card game 21. What number is that? Bo?
1.
No, sorry. It's 21. Sorry, we stumped you on that 40-50. Wow, we have a great game going as we head into our forthcoming rounds. But we're going to take a break right now and then catch our breaths and, of course, play the one-on-one rapid fire and team lightning rounds when WGAL 8 Brainbusters continues following this.
WGAL 8 Brainbusters will return after this. The final 4 teams in the WGAL 8 Brainbusters tournament will win cash grants. The 3rd and 4th place teams will receive $1,000 each. The 2nd place team will receive $3,000. And the WGAL 8 Brainbusters champions will receive $5,000 in grant money. Now, here's Rich with our coaches and alternates.
You know, everybody is busy today, and especially these teenagers. They're highly coveted by coaches, by musicians, by the musical, by plays. So we really appreciate our coaches so much for fielding a team, especially the team that you've presented today. And this is Mrs. Megan Snyder. She teaches English at Donegal. And maybe in your time, you're a young teacher, but even today we've seen technology evolve so much. In what ways has technology impacted you and your teaching?
Absolutely. With the rise of AI technology, we're seeing a lot of students play around with it in unethical ways, sometimes submitting essays on ChatGPT and things like that. So we're trying to get ahead of it and teach how to use AI ethically.
Well, it's sort of like Google and calculator. Maybe you fought it once, but now we have AI. We need to be able to use it and take advantage of it in the right circumstances. Absolutely. Well, thank you very much. Teach those kids to write. Writing is critical. And now let's meet our co-coach, and this is Miss Adrienne Williams. You teach history at Donegal, and it's great to have you here. And, you don't just wake up and say, I want to become a teacher. But somebody perhaps inspired you to be a teacher?
Yeah, it was actually my grandfather. So he was a high school chemistry teacher, and he was also very into history and would take me to reenactments with him. So that's really what sparked my interest in not only history, but teaching as well.
And now you're affecting the minds of young people and bringing some incredible students here to Studio B. We really appreciate it. Like the young man next to Miss Williams, and that's Adrian Rodriguez, and you're a junior, your team's alternate today. It's so great. And I'm always impressed when young people already have a career choice and you really know what you want to study. And that helps you, of course, in high school, select your classes. Tell us about that.
I would say I'm interested in being a physician. It's anesthesiology specifically. So right now in high school, I'm taking as many sciences as I can, like anatomy and physiology, AP biology, etc. Just to get that head start and, ready for my future.
We're so grateful that people are going into medicine. We need you. Thank you so much. Now, let's head over to Bishop McDevitt and say hello to Mr. Nate Dell. Mr. Nate Dell, you're a real family man at Bishop McDevitt. I guess your mother works there, your wife?
Not anymore, but my mom retired, my wife moved on. But there was a time where 3 of my immediate family members worked there.
Well, that's fantastic. Yeah. So you have quite a routine. And not only do you get up early, but you have a specific routine, your daily routine. What's that like?
So last year I started taking walks during my free period at school. Makes me take a little work home, but it's a nice break in the day. And this year I decided I'm going to walk to school every day. I live about a mile away, and I'm weathering the storm and the cold and the snow and everything. I got waterproof shoes, and it really is just a great way to start your day. And a great way to end your day, too.
Well, it is. So you're carrying your computer?
I got a backpack. I've got my, my face coverings, my gloves, maybe hand warmers in those cold days last week. But
I'm
it was
impressed,
really fun.
Mr. Delft. I'm very impressed. Maybe inspire the young people to start moving.
They all beep at me as they see me coming down the driveway.
I'll bet. All right. Now let's meet today's alternate from Bishop McDevitt, and this is Ben Wierzbicki, and you're a freshman, and it's nice to have you back. Thanks for coming back here. And we all have something that's valuable to us, our cell phones, our car, but you have something very special that's valuable too. I'd love to hear about it.
The most valuable thing I own is my computer.
All right, well, tell us, what kind of computer is it?
It's a computer I built about 2 years ago. Gaming, daily work, free time, used for everything.
So I have to start at the beginning. This is a PC. This is an Apple?
Yeah, PC.
PC, of course, so for gaming and stuff.
Yes.
And is like part of your daily routine? Do you get up in the morning? Is that the first thing you do is turn that on?
No, it's definitely one of the first things I do when I come home. Very useful for schoolwork.
I'll say it is. All right, well, thanks for being here. It's time now to put our players back to work, face-to-face, one-on-one, in today's one-on-one rapid fire round. It gives us a chance to talk to our players and find out what's going on in their very busy lives. So first we're going to say hello to Bo Ditzler. You're a senior, did very well in that first round of play. It's great to welcome you back. And I mean, I could just tell you're a passionate person, but there's something very specific that you're passionate about, and I'd love to hear about that.
Yeah, so I am going into forensic pathology, hopefully, as I go to college. And one thing that I've always been really passionate about is taxidermy. A lot of people find that kind of weird, but I always thought that it was something that was really interesting, very cool. I had a family member who does it as a hobby, so it was an early introduction to it, and it's very interesting.
I guess it is. Do you hunt?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Interesting. Thank you. Thanks for sharing. And now let's meet Anthony Hotsko, and you are a sophomore from Bishop McDevitt. And coincidentally, I'm going to ask you the same thing. You are most passionate about sports, but a very particular sport.
Yes. So, I mean, I play two sports, but probably my favorite would have to be basketball, which I'm very passionate about.
And is that something you play with at school
Yes,
as well?
yes.
And are you going to continue with basketball?
Hopefully, we'll see.
Are you going to try for college to play basketball?
Probably not, but
You really have to devote a lot of time
Yeah,
to it,
yeah.
No doubt. So devote a few moments with me, Bo and Anthony, as we put you two one-on-one. Lake Superior is the largest of the Great Lakes. What's the smallest? Anthony.
Erie?
Not Erie, no, sorry. Bo.
Ontario?
It is Lake Ontario for 10 points. Good for you. In 2022, the Russian toy and Hungarian Moody joined the list of its recognized breeds. What is the world's largest purebred dog registry? Oh, you haven't been to a dog show recently? You would know the American Kennel Club. And finally, it is unique among nations for its law of return, which extends automatic right to relocate and acquire citizenship to anyone of Jewish descent. What country is this? Bo.
Israel.
Israel is a correct answer. Yes, 60-50. Great game going. Teams neck and neck as we meet our two captains. So first, it's a pleasure to welcome back Aiden Hipsky from Donegal. You are a senior. Nice to see you again. And besides your cell phone, there's something else that you never leave home without. I'm intrigued. I don't know what it is. What is this?
Yeah, so every day I carry my headphones on me. I'm a big music buff. I listen to a lot of different stuff, but mostly into like the metal genres. So if you see me in public, I'm almost always going to have my headphones on. That's for social reasons and for music reasons.
Okay, so you have long hair, I can see. So at school, are you able to obfuscate the use of your headphone?
Well, they're like big over-ear noise-canceling ones, so like it's a bit conspicuous.
Okay, so they'll be able to see it. All right, good recovery. Patrick Curley is a sophomore over at Bishop McDevitt. You're the team's captain. It's great to have you here. And I'm just so amazed that one of your favorite movies was created before you were even born. How did you get interested in Monty Python?
So my dad first introduced me to Monty Python a few years ago, and I fell in love with it. I've watched all the movies, I've watched the TV show, The Flying Circus, and I just love Monty Python.
It takes a while to get used to the British humor, but once you catch on, it really is fantastic. It's a great film. Patrick and Aiden, hopefully you're going to find these three questions great as we put you two one-on-one. U.S. Route 20 is the longest road in the United States. Lombard Street is the crookedest street in the world. In what U.S. city is it located? You haven't been out west, you would have been to San Francisco. It's an optical phenomenon that creates the illusion of water or distant object caused by the distortion and inversion of light rays through alternate layers of hot and cool air. What is this optical illusion called? Aiden?
Refraction?
Nope, sorry. Patrick, any idea?
Diffraction?
No, could you buzz in? Patrick?
Diffraction?
No, sorry, it's called a mirage. And finally, since 2021, she has been president of the Senate. Who is this former senator from California? We stumped you on Kamala Harris. The vice president always presides over the Senate. 60-50. Let's meet our third players in today's competition. So first from Donegal, it's a pleasure to welcome back Ryan Shepard. Nice to have you back. And I'm always interested to find out how young people keep track of what's going on in the world. How do you keep track?
A lot of times I just hear things from my friends, and then I also keep track of, there's a lot of news that goes around in like internet memes and things like that. I don't know, I just find those interesting, and a lot of times those are where I get my information from.
Interesting. So there's no particular newspaper or news station that you might watch to catch up to see what's happening in the
Well,
world?
WGAL is always pretty great, but you know.
Good answer, Ryan. Oh, good for you. And now, Felicity Asphalt, a sophomore. It's good to have you back. You weren't here on the previous appearance, but you are here today, and it's nice to have you here. And music is very important to you. Tell us about how you've taken advantage of your musical talent.
Yeah, so a couple weeks ago, I went to our District 7 Upper Band Festival, and I was honored to be the 10th seat clarinet, and we played some great music.
Fantastic. And you're working with students who have similar interests and who have the same caliber of skill as well. Felicity and Ryan, let's put you two one-on-one. Some of them decided to spend the winter aboard ship anchored off the coast. But on the first day of spring, March 21st, 1621, the last of them finally left the ship. Who were these religious refugees, Felicity?
The Pilgrims.
The Pilgrims is correct. In 2006, he had a best-selling book and popular documentary movie called An Inconvenient Truth. It's about global warming. Who is this Oscar winner and former vice president? Oh, we stumped you on Al Gore. And finally, Victoria is its capital. Vancouver is its largest city. What is this Canadian? Ryan?
British Columbia.
British Columbia is this Canadian province. Look at these scores, 70-60. Teams are neck and neck as we pick up the pace and play today's 60-second team lightning round. Patrick, your team is behind at this point, but only by 10 points. So you will have the privilege of selecting first among these three quizzes. Turn of the century movies. What's news about face?
What was the second one again?
Turn of the century movies. What's news and about face?
What's news?
What's news? You can learn a lot from newspapers. Let's see what you've learned about newspapers. Patrick, I take your answer as the team's answer. Anthony and Felicity are ready to help you along. 60 seconds on the clock, which will begin after I finish reading the first question. Good luck, and here we go. The largest newspaper in New York and Los Angeles, they have the same name. The Times. Columbia University awards these journalism prizes every year. Pulitzer, the constitutional amendment that guarantees freedom of the press. First Amendment, yes. It's the title or caption over a news story, usually in large type.
Title?
It's a headline. It's the name of the writer at the top of a story.
Author?
That's the byline. In a newspaper, this expresses an opinion, not the facts. The editorial, the Sun-Times and the Tribune are two major papers in this city.
New York?
Chicago. Newspaper stories are written in this inverted form. It's called a pyramid, a person who gives information to a reporter, sometimes anonymously.
Journalist?
A source. This national daily newspaper began publishing in 1986.
No answer.
That's USA Today. In the text of a news story or a single issue of a newspaper, and that's copy. Wow, some serious stumbling. One correct, Patrick. Aiden, this could be a break for you. We have turn of the century movies and about face.
We'll go for about face.
About face. All right, this is an interesting quiz. Let's face facts. Some questions are as obvious as the nose on your face. Others make you fall flat on your face, but face up to the task. And for 10 points each, identify these people, places, and things that have a face in its name or about faces. Aiden, I take your answer as the team's answer. Bo and Ryan are ready to help you along. 77, this could be a break for you. 70-70, let's see what happens as we put you two to the test. Here we go. This social network started at Harvard in 2004.
Facebook.
Facebook is correct. You can see the faces of Washington, Jefferson, Lincoln, and Roosevelt here.
Mount Rushmore.
Correct. A plastic surgeon might give you one and might make you look younger.
Facelift.
Facelift, yes. Edmund Hillary took the North Face to climb this mountain in 1953.
And Mount Everest?
Mount Everest, yes. In a deck of cards, it's king, queen, or jack.
Face cards?
That is correct. In this sport, every period starts with a face-off.
Hockey.
Oh, hockey is correct. To grimace or to distort your features.
Frown?
To make a face. In solid geometry, a regular platonic solid with 4 faces.
Cube?
Tetrahedron. iPhone to iPhone can use this video telephone.
FaceTime.
FaceTime is correct. This Roman god had 2 faces. The first month of the year is named for him.
Janus.
Janus is correct. In football, you can get a penalty if you grab one.
Face mask.
Face mask, correct. Marlowe Faustus describes her as the face that launched 1,000 ships.
Helen of Troy.
Helen of Troy?
Helen of Troy is correct. Nickname shared by record producer Kenneth Edmonds and gangster George Nelson. Baby face 10 correct. 100 points came your way. Wow, that gave you a strong lead, but don't discount Bishop McDevitt's ability to forge ahead, beginning now as we reveal today's bonus Brainbuster. During our break, our teams will wager 0 to 25 points based on their knowledge of Amazon. So we'll have the bonus Brainbuster and buckle up. The all-important Final Frenzy will be coming up. All of this after these messages. Well, welcome back. It's nice to see you. Boy, Donegal really came alive in that last round of play, but we still have a lot more game left, including today's bonus Brainbuster. During our break, our teams wagered 0 to 25 points based on their knowledge of Amazon. Let's head into the News 8 newsroom with Michael Fuller. He has today's question. Michael.
Thanks, Rich. Now here's your bonus Brainbuster. Jeff Bezos ultimately selected Alexa for Amazon's voice-controlled device. The name Alexa pays homage to what center of knowledge and learning? Again, Jeff Bezos ultimately selected Alexa for Amazon's voice-controlled device. The name Alexa pays homage to what center of knowledge and learning? Good luck with your answer. Now back to Studio B. Rich.
Michael, thank you so much. Good luck, teams. Both teams seemed eager to write their answer down. We're going to wait for Aiden. Close his pen. Patrick's closing his. Aiden, we always ask this side of the set to show first. Did you come up with the right answer? Library of Alexandria. Good for you. How many points was that? I didn't.
25.
25 points. Good for you. Taking you to 195. Patrick, did you come up with Library of Alexandria? Also 25 points. Good for you. Okay, everybody, buckle up because now it's time for today's Final Frenzy. It's anybody's game because there's 20-point questions. The surface of the sun is about 11,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Another part of the sun is nearly 500 times hotter, but astronomers don't know why. What is this outer atmosphere of the sun called? Patrick.
Corona.
Corona's correct. He moved from Paris to Key West, Florida in 1928 and lived there for 12 years while he wrote Death in the Afternoon, The Green Hills of Africa, and To Have or Have Not. Who was this writer? Well, we stumped you on Ernest Hemingway. If you lived in the capital of Kentucky, you'd be a Frankfurter. In what European capital would you be a Wiener? Brian.
Vienna.
Vienna is correct. It's the capital of the Cayman Islands. It's the oldest section of Washington, D.C. It's the capital of the South American country of Guyana. What's the name? Oh, we stumped you on Georgetown. It was the year the first Susan B. Anthony dollars were minted, the year an alarm went off at 3 Mile Island Reactor, the year 90 people were taken hostage at the American Embassy in Tehran. What's the year? Patrick.
1979.
You are correct, sir. It is the official timekeeper of the United States. It has 4 different clocks that are kept within 5 millionths of a second of one another. What is the center in Washington, D.C.? We stumped you on the Naval Observatory Center. The Hornets are the NBA team from Charlotte, North Carolina. What's the name of Charlotte's WNBA team? Anthony.
The Fever?
No, not the Fever, sorry. Any idea, Donegal? We stumped you on Sting. In May 1965, he published Drum Taps, a small book of poems about the soldiers who died during Civil War. Sequel to Drum Taps, published in the fall, included When Lilacs Last in the Dooryard Bloomed. What poet wrote them? And that, of course, was Walt Whitman. This federal agency was established in 1877 to protect consumers against the railroads. Its powers have been expanded to include trucking, bus lines, and even oil pipelines. What is the ICC? Interstate Commerce Commission, Florida, Alaska, West Virginia, Oklahoma, and Texas all have them. What is this geographical feature? Ryan?
Panhandle?
Panhandle's correct. They take their name from the Spanish word for dog, not for bird. What are these islands in the Atlantic Ocean? Ryan again. Oh, sorry, that was the Canary Islands. Well, that now takes us to the end of the round and to the end of the game. It looks like we are going to see Donegal for round 3, but we hope to see you in just a few short moments, so don't go away.
Scorekeeping for WGAL8 Brainbusters, presented by Jennings College Consulting, where students discover the right college fit for the future. We'll return after this.
Well, we had a great time today. Congratulations, Donegal. They are going to return for round 3. We say goodbye to Bishop McDevitt. We hope you had a great time. We had a great time watching you play. Coming up on the next WGAL8 Brainbusters, we have Central Dauphin and Trinity. They're returning for a second time, and we're expecting a very exciting half hour. We hope to have the pleasure of your company as well. Keep learning, stay interested, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.